Hi everyone, Nella here. Um, so I've tried making this video before, but got really rambly. So I'm going to try and keep it less rambly now. So I mentioned at the end of the 10 facts about Lily that there is a bright spot, and Picaro, you actually hit the nail on the head. I was feeling so bad for Lily, being pretty much kept completely alone, with her mother controlling everything, and her mother being emotionally abusive, though no one seems to recognize that in Lily's life. That I felt so bad for her, and I wanted her to have at least someone who would care for her. And who would actually see her as her own person. And it was around that point that I realized that Lily is kind of like a damsel in distress. And that's when it hit me. She's a damsel in distress. Then of course she needs someone to protect her. She needs a knight or a prince. And so I made her a knight. Except he's not a knight in Shining armor. He's a knight in MMO armor. His name is Lucas Belmont, though only Lily really calls him Lucas, on her writing. Everyone else calls him Luke. And, interesting side note, the reason why his last name is Belmont is because I was watching a parody song by Starbomb about Castlevania, which, by the way, is a completely hilarious song. I'll put it in the description box. Anyway, but that is the sort of games that Luke loves. He loves like the old school video games, and the he also does play some of the MMOs, but more casual stuff, and of course he's a knight in that, and he kind of styles, at least early on in the story, he kind of styles himself as a knight in shining armor. Really, he's awkward and pretty geeky, and he is also new to town, which means that he actually runs into Lily on her own getting some groceries, and he's intrigued by this girl who carries around a notebook and hands things off, like she has to ask where some specific thing is, so he sees her show a notebook to one of these store clerks who doesn't raise an eyebrow and just goes and gets it. So his curiosity is piqued, and he ends up finding out that she takes dancing lessons, and he goes, "Oh, that's cool. I've always wanted to dance. I will meet this pretty girl." Not realizing, of course, that she already has a dance partner, of course, because the lessons have been going on for weeks. Not a smart plan there, Lucas. And he does end up befriending her, and like I said, he actually ends up being the only character who treats Lily like her own person, and not like a small child or an extension of her mother. Or like a robot. Like, he actually treats her like another human being. Which is quite a change for Lily, and she doesn't quite know how to react to that. And that's... Oh, that is fine. Okay, I mentioned he kind of likes, old school games, and he's a bit geeky. That's why I'm here with some of my anime posters, because he has posters of, like, Castlevania, and actually mostly right now I've kind of fixated on Castlevania, but he has a whole bunch of other, like, random video games and like promotional posters all over his room. And yeah, that's basically a little sum up of Lucas. I'm trying to get a hold of him better right now. Right now he's feeling more like a crush for Lily. Like I said, in the beginning he styles himself as kind of a knight in shining armor who's going to rescue the damsel in distress. But that actually prompts a scene where he actually says that out loud to Lily, and at that point they've been friends for a number of months, and she gets very angry with him. She actually does display some anger, which she hasn't done in years. At one point she actually chucks her notebook at his head because she can't write down enough how she feels about it, so she just chucks the notebook at his head. But that's the only fight I really see them having. Another interesting thing about Lucas is one of the ways he communicates with Lily is online using like chat programs, as well as like I think they actually do end up like playing some online games together. The only thing is online, Lucas pretends to be a girl. Well, not really pretends. I mean, he never outright says he's a girl to anyone. But he does use female avatars, and his chat name is Lulu. I don't know why that ended up sticking, but it seems like something that he would end up doing. It also, when Lily's mom does find out that, she's been interacting with someone who her mother's never met before, Lily is able to point to the chat log, and she sees that the name is Lulu, and she goes like, okay, it's a girl, at least it's a girl, because her mother would completely flip out if she knew it was a boy. So smart move, Lucas. That was a smart move. Another thing, just a random note, Lucas often calls Lily Lil because it's more informal, and he finds the particular shade of purple that she turns, sometimes when he calls her that, because it's more informal, he finds that hilarious. So he just keeps calling her Lil because no one calls her Lil. And he goes, okay, perfect. No, not no one anymore. Just me. Just me. And that's when she starts calling him Lou. And he goes, that doesn't matter to me. My name is Lulu online. You think calling me Lou bugs me? It doesn't work. Okay, that's it. That was a bit shorter. Actually, no, that's considerably shorter than last time. And yes, that's about it. As you can see, my cat is here being crazy and affectionate. Oh, hey, look! You can actually see his face for once. Not just his tail. Okay, bye, everyone.